Everyone trusted him. A good neighbor, a normal man. But behind that life was a secret no one imagined. Let's dive into today's story. Welcome to Secret Drip. What if the most dangerous person in your life was the one you trusted the most? Not the stranger in the dark, not the criminal on the news, but the neighbor who smiles at you every morning, the coworker who jokes with you at lunch, the person everyone describes as kind, normal, even perfect. Because some killers don't look like monsters. They look like us. And that's exactly what makes them so terrifying. Tonight, we're stepping into the mind of someone who lived two completely different lives, one in the light and one in the shadows. And the scariest part? No one suspected a thing. This is the story of a killer who mastered the art of deception and the dark psychology behind how they got away with it. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll start questioning how well you really know the people around you. During the day, everything about him seemed normal. He had a routine, a job, a family. He paid his bills on time. He waved at neighbors. He made small talk. If you met him, you'd probably forget him within minutes. And that's exactly how he wanted it. Because normality was his greatest disguise. In psychology, this is known as masking, the ability to hide your true personality behind a socially acceptable version of yourself. But this wasn't just casual pretending. This was something deeper. Something calculated. He wasn't just acting normal. He was studying it, learning how people behave, how they speak, how they react. He copied emotions he didn't feel. He mirrored empathy he didn't have. He built a character so believable that even the people closest to him never saw the cracks. This is a trait often linked to psychopathy, not the movie version, the screaming, chaotic villain, but the real kind, cold, controlled, strategic. People like this don't lose control. They plan, they observe, and they wait. But here's where it gets darker. Living a double life isn't just about hiding something. It's about control. Total control. Control over how others see you, and control over what you do when no one is watching. For him, the normal life wasn't real. It was a tool, a cover, a carefully constructed illusion that allowed him to move through the world unnoticed. And when night came, everything changed. This is where compartmentalization comes in. It's a psychological defense mechanism where a person separates different parts of their life as if they exist in completely different worlds. For most people, it's harmless. But in extreme cases like this, it allows someone to commit horrific acts and then return to normal life as if nothing happened. No guilt, no hesitation, no emotional bleed. It's like flipping a switch. Imagine this for a second. Someone who can sit at dinner with their family, laugh, smile, talk about their day, and hours later become someone unrecognizable. Then wake up the next morning and go back to being the good person everyone believes they are. That's not just deception. That's psychological detachment at a level most people can't even comprehend. But how does someone become like this? This is where the concept of the double self comes in. Some individuals develop two identities, not in the clinical sense of split personalities, but in a behavioral sense. One is the public self. The other is the hidden self. The public self is designed for acceptance. It follows rules. It fits in. It earns trust. The hidden self is where the true desires live. And in cases like this, those desires can be violent, manipulative, and completely disconnected from morality. The danger is, the longer someone successfully maintains both identities, the stronger the hidden one becomes. Because every time they get away with it, they feel powerful, untouchable, invisible. And that feeling? It's addictive. Power is one of the strongest psychological motivators. Not money, not fame. Power. The ability to control outcomes. to outsmart others, to operate above the rules everyone else follows. For someone living a double life, every successful deception reinforces that belief. I'm smarter than them. They'll never catch me. I control this. Until eventually, the risks get bigger, the actions get bolder, and the line between the two lives starts to blur. Here's something even more unsettling. People like this often don't just avoid suspicion, they actively gain trust. They become the person others rely on, the one people defend, the one no one would ever believe is capable of something dark. This is called impression management, carefully controlling how others perceive you. They know exactly what to say, how to act, when to show emotion, and when to hold back. They study people the way a predator studies prey, not out of curiosity, but for advantage. And that's why, when the truth finally comes out, it shocks everyone. Friends say, "I can't believe it." Family says, "There were no signs." Neighbors say, "He seemed so normal." But the reality is, there were signs. They were just hidden in plain sight. Subtle inconsistencies, moments that didn't quite add up, but nothing strong enough to break the illusion. Because the illusion was carefully designed to survive exactly that. Now here's the question that should really make you uncomfortable. How many people like this exist, right now? Living ordinary lives, blending in, watching, waiting. Because the truth is, the most dangerous individuals aren't the ones who look dangerous. They're the ones who don't. This is the core of dark psychology. Not manipulation you can see, but manipulation you never notice. Not aggression you can predict, but control you never question. It's quiet, subtle, invisible. And that's why it works. But there's one flaw in every double life. It can't last forever. Eventually, something slips. A mistake, a pattern, a moment where the mask cracks just enough for someone to notice. And when that happens, everything collapses. Because once the illusion breaks, you can't rebuild it. So what can you take from this? Not paranoia, but awareness. Pay attention to patterns, to inconsistencies, to people who seem too perfect, too controlled, or too calculated. Because real humans are messy. They make mistakes. They show genuine emotion, but someone who is always exactly what others expect them to be might not be showing you who they really are. And maybe the most chilling truth of all is that someone can live right next to you, work with you, talk to you every day, and still be living a life you would never believe. Because sometimes, the scariest monsters don't hide in the dark. They hide in plain sight. If this made you think differently about people around you, hit subscribe to Secret Drip. Because the next story, it gets even darker. And trust me, you won't see it coming.